wonderful day and welcome. My name is Seth and I am back with the second part of the beginner's guide as promised, and the topic of this is the facilities and NPCs around Porter Square. There's a bunch of things we're gonna need to cover in their own videos, like the caravan area, the blacksmith, and a lot of other things like the Diva story, the Rastas. This will all be like in most videos, but we're gonna go over facilities around here in the square and pretty much just tell you what their purpose is or what they're supposed to do, and skim pretty much over all these right now. Starting off with directly the Instructor, of course. The Instructor is the first NPC you encounter. The first time you're gonna do a fresh character, you're gonna come across him. After the cutscene, he will very aggressively shove himself into your face and tell you, go over to the quest lady and talk to her to give you the first quest. He will also accompany you through the entirety of Hunt Rank 1. He will pretty much be an NPC and help you out, pretty much shouting tips and tricks at you on the quest to help you get started. And as soon as you reach Hunter Rank 2, this means you did the urgent quest to Hunter Rank 2, he will disappear. There is ways to prevent him to join, I think. I'm not sure if both are pretty reliable because he's kind of special. But pretty much you can set either the NPCs option I showed you in the last video to off, like you just put all the NPCs off and then you don't need to worry about it for Hunter Rank 1, or you're gonna put the quest participants, like the character slots or like the hunter slots to 1 from 4, and then this should also prevent him, but I'm pretty sure that later is not as reliable because, yeah, again, he's pretty special. Other than that, there's a second Instructor you see right now on my screen, which is an arrow on his head. This is the Return Instructor. I just call them Return Instructor, whatever. But pretty much this feature is not available in 9.0 at this current point. It will be available in like 9.1, I think, was it stated. But pretty much he gives you the offer to join the Return Guild. The Return Guild is pretty much what it says. You probably noticed from other MMORPGs. In other MMORPGs, when you didn't like log on in a certain amount of time, you get like benefits and other stuff for free to get you back pushed into the game. This is exactly the same. He offers you to join the Return Guild, which gives you benefits and other stuff to push you forward. You also get access to the Return server, which is this server over here where it says Return. And there will be special quests available for you to give you like free equipment and other stuff to push you back into the game pretty much. I'm not interested at all in this, but it will be available in the future updates, so if you want to take a look at that, you can pretty much check this out if you want to. I think this activates after... not sure if this is like character or account wide, but it should be activating after 1 to 3 months you're not like logged in. Then we have these two NPCs up here, where one of them is just the tour guide pretty much. He has information and other explanations about the basics and a tour. He pretty much runs around with you, goes to the facilities, you need to follow him, and then he tells you what does what. Pretty much what we do with this video, but in dialogues, so it's not really translated. Don't get your hopes up. But he's there, so keep that in mind. Then we have the guide goal, which is very important. She lets you claim benefits, like it's an item or like a gift distribution system. This is a very powerful tool for which I suggest for public and community servers. What I mean with this is you can claim packages here, which is either items, equipment, or other related stuff. You can do a lot of things with this. If it's possible, we maybe even can extend this at some point to do even more, like modify it, but right now it's very powerful already. It's very, very good thing for community and public servers. Why? Because you can, let's say, host a speedrun competition on your server. Let's say you have a few people there, you have like a bigger server, you can do speedrun competitions, other competitions or events. You can do special celebration things. The Rain server, for example, which is one of the public servers, very recommended, by the way, very good server, made a celebration for a certain amount of members where they had a package you called Claim, was very hard to get decorations, few GCP points for free, you called Claim for a certain amount of time, which was really cool. And this is why this is such a powerful tool, because you can make stuff like that for everyone, and it just makes your server or your experience on those public servers a bit more unique and feels special. Very recommend if you are the host and wanna do this on the fly. You can just use Chakratos Safe Manager, which has easy accessible management of these item distribution packages. So check that one out if you wanna have easy access to this. Other than that, she also has benefits like stamps, which think stamps or like benefits are not completely working right now and come with the next patch. I could be wrong. But pretty much there is a monthly, a daily, and a weekly, or like a yearly even. I think not daily actually, just weekly, monthly, and daily or something. Benefits, stamps, you can pretty much claim here for the corresponding tickets, like HL tickets, X tickets, whatever. You can get the benefits from that, so keep an eye for that out later. And this is all we have to talk about these two NPCs. Then we have these areas over here. First we're gonna take a look at this one. This is the Gatekeeper and the Saloon Caravan. The Caravan area needs its own video because it's a different section, like an area with some things to do here. The main thing is probably the Ravienta Siege, which most people are interested in, and we're gonna cover this in its own video, don't you worry. But it's here and it's only accessible on Hunter Rank 2. If you Hunter Rank 1, then this guy will just stop you and you can't enter this area at all. Then we have these areas over here, and starting with the Guild Hall and the Guild Receptionist. The Guild Receptionist is everything you want for guilds pretty much. Like you can join a guild, you can search for guilds, you can create a guild and manage your guild, donate RP points, whatsoever. Going to be covered in its own video, and this is the guild hall over here. The guild hall will be accessible on guild level 2 or higher. So if you create a guild and you like, oh, I want to go to my guild hall directly, bam, you can't. Because you won. You need to donate first points to get to level 2, and then you can access this. And yes, this is fully functional. You can donate points, get higher tiers of guild halls, unlock more features in your guild. It's very nice progression. Don't like skip over this. Wish did actually take the time to fix this, and it's very beautiful. I really like progression features like these because it shows you how you like how much you play the game and just get like your progress done over time. It's very nice, and check it out for sure. Then we have the Song Collector, which is very strange. I'm not sure what his purpose back in the days was. He is still functional somewhat. He gives you like random equipment and items for exchanging song sheets. I don't think he does it right now. Like he does it on specific times. I'm not sure exactly when, and I don't know what the rate is of items you get or what at all. But there's like song sheet items in the game, and if you acquire those, you can exchange them with him for, as I mentioned, getting equipment or other stuff. How this exactly works, what his item table is, no idea. You need to you need to experience this yourself, I guess, and if anyone has more information and insights, you're more than welcome to share your knowledge in the comments, of course. Then we have 3 more tents over here. 2 of these tents, left and right, are event related. One of them is specifically related to something like promo codes they handed out back in the days to get special equipment or weapons, right? So this is semi-working. It's not fully working yet, but it's being we're getting there at some point. Just as a heads up, this is event related, so we don't need to worry about this at the moment. The one we can worry about is the Beauty Saloon. The Beauty Saloon is exactly what it says. The Wish version of do-it-yourself gender and image change. Changing your appearance, hairstyle, or gender. This cat does it all. The Madman Professor cat here, changing the human autonomy and hairstyles. Hairstyles are pretty much free in this regards. They just cost some Zanny, which is pretty cheap. You can just change it here. The things which cost some currency is the image change and the gender change. You can also change your partner, as you saw. You can either change you or your personalized partner, which will come later too. Image is just appearance, of course, like voice, face, and clothes, and gender is exactly what it says. You can switch from female to male, and you need to keep in mind, if you do that though, there is gender locked in specific gear, and it will be, I think, deleted or just completely locked away. So if you switch to male now for my female character, then there is equipment which is only accessible for females, so this will be just gone. Keep that in mind if you switch, so make use of this feature before having such equipment acquired if you value it. But image change and gender change cost restyle points. As I mentioned, the item distribution system has some item distributions you can claim packages, and the default package should have included a 9.0 under the event section here. Here, refresh your character package. This is pretty much 99 restyle points for your character, so you don't need to worry about that currency and can change your character at any time. Make use of this and have fun, I guess, with that one. Then we can go down here where we have two facilities we can access. The Rasta bar, which will be pretty much important on Hunter rank 2 and upwards, because here you can start and manage your personalized AI partner. But we're gonna come to this in its own video again. You will hear this a few times in this video, but yeah. Other than that, this is like a hangout area pretty much. You can just chill. There was like a mini game related event here too, which I'm pretty sure is not working currently, but it is there. Other than that, just hang out here or talk with the NPCs. They have even stories. You can like see background stories of them if you want to. Like here on the 4th page, you have the profile. You can maybe read into that if you're interested in some character lore, maybe NPC lore. Then we have the Prayer Fountain, which is, believe it or not, the main story of Monster Hunter Frontier. Yes, yes, yes. I know most of you say now, well, Monster Hunter always had a story, sort of. But compared to other Monster Hunters, this is actually a story which is more advanced. It has a quest line, and you get also benefits from doing this. You get like some special Diva equipment and other stuff, and the story is pretty much not translated as of yet, except in Farias. So you need to pretty much check out Farias, or I'm gonna try to go more in depth later on, but pretty much the story is around the main singer of the game, the Diva, the Bavarian lady you maybe know from the credit scene of Monster Hunter United. The story is about her, and you can start the story as soon as you want, actually, I think. But keep in mind that the story goes all the way up to G-rank quests, so you won't be finishing the quest immediately if you just start it. So yeah, keep that in mind if you want to start the story directly. Then we have the square main area, where you have most of the things here, or like most of the things you will access a lot. And we're gonna start, of course, over here with the facility guide thing. This is just informational board and explanations about different mechanics and stuff related to my series, which is this thingy here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of sub-areas related to this, which most of them will unlock over time, and we're gonna cover them. But the most main thing you probably care about is my house, which is the first in the list. And it's pretty much the thing you expect from other Monster Hunters. It's your personal house area where you can eat, sleep, and have your equipment box and other settings, which we come later to too. So keep that in mind. The house areas in my facilities list. Then on the right here you have the 3 shop guys, or the 3 shop NPCs, and the first one is the combo guy. The combo guy is exactly what he says. He is related to combinations. You can combine stuff like mega potions. You get like here, oh yeah, recipe 1. You can just make bulk combinations here. He has special combinations too, and daily combinations, amulets, like this is like its own mechanic. You have like amulets which give you benefits when you have your inventory. You have decorations you can exchange here. You have cuffs and hidden materials. He has like a bunch of things, and you probably need to just look and skim through yourself in this list if you're searching for something specific. His daily shop will reset with the server reset, so it's probably worth to check this out from time to time. If you're looking for a specific material, you maybe get it with a recipe here, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested in something specific you can't farm, or you maybe want to get it easier access to. He also sells, of course, very basic combination materials, but stuff like Gemprey fangs and whatever. Then we have the general store lady. The general store lady is probably the main angle point here. She has the basic stuff like tools and consumables, of course, potions, etc. So she's probably like the go-to lady. She also has different inventory depending if you have a curse active or not. As you can see, the net cafe curse right now gives me like more inventory stuff in the special section, like you can buy nets and other stuff. It also can give you discounts for stuff like this, like see here, discount on items. So this depends on the curse you have active. Then you can buy directly to box, of course, too. But the most important thing is the GCP shop. The GCP shop is pretty much the... You have shit RNG, well, you can fix it with GCP points. This is the mechanic. GCP points are pretty much to turn bad luck to your favor. Let's say you're farming... I don't know. You're farming a rare material like the Meraginasu Javel. Let's say you're hunting 10 Meraginasu and you don't get a single Javel. What do? Well, you keep grinding, or you use 200 points to just buy the Javel. Simple as that, isn't it? Yes, it is, and it's very powerful. GCP points are pretty much the... You get bored of farming, just buy it mechanic. People will say, yeah, that's a pretty broken mechanic, very powerful, and it can be. Because, let's say you're cheating GCP points in, or you have like a lot of GCP points, why will the Buddha was farming a monster when you can just buy all the materials like that, right? Makes no sense, and I agree. But on the other hand, it's a very neat mechanic, because normally it's not easy to come by with GCP points, unless you like do the Diva defense thing, which we're gonna talk about at the moment, but normally it's not easy to come by with GCP points, and they're pretty much just more for... You have a bad time, you don't want to grind another 10 for this one material, just buy it, right? You need it now, grab it now. GCP points will be awarded over time when you spend time on quest. It is based on quest time, so if you spend 20 minutes in the quest, you get more GCP points as you would spend 2 minutes, of course. This is how the system works. There's also tickets you can get for exchanging them directly for points. The guild point tickets, the goo ticket or the cheatin ticket. Those tickets, the goo and cheatin, are very hard to get. They like have a rare drop chance to farm, but they can be farmed. The guild point tickets are mostly just awarded for Navi rewards, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you get like around 250 or something overall from the Navi rewards, which is 2,500 points. It's not that much, but it's something. And yeah, it's a pretty neat mechanic, can be abusable, depends on player base, I guess. But pretty much, I like the system, it's pretty handy. It's like a side thing which happens while you like grinding and you're just tired of grinding the same thing over and over. You can just either do something else or you just buy the materials. Then she also has the net coffee benefits. Net coffee benefits are not working as of right now. This will come in a later patch, so don't worry about this at the moment. Gacha are the same. Gacha coin is pretty much real life money things they had gacha things for. Also something that comes later. Then we have farm and furniture, which is pretty much decoration stuff for your farm. Which we don't care right now. She has also a stamp system. Like this is for the gallery, by the way, which we're gonna cover in its own video, of course. She has also stamps, which I think depends on what items you bought or something. And she also has, though, the furniture and farm things. The farm things are materials or garden tools, which you need for the garden actions we come later to. So just a heads up, these things are here. Then she also has the daily special. The daily special is pretty much the reset for your dailies. You can grab this per server reset, of course. That's why it's called daily. You get a few items like Hulk pots and something else. And you get resetted your daily limited quest time. Like you have daily quests in this game, which you can do for like special things like swords, like 30k chic tickets or bulk items and whatever else. It is a very specific quest, but they are limited per day. And if you claim the daily special, you can reset that timer. So if you want to make the most out of it, do daily quests until you can't anymore, then claim the daily special to reset it and farm more. It's very powerful, so keep that also in mind if you farm something specific that is available in daily quests. Then we have the grocery store lady. The grocery store lady is responsible for the bentos. Bentos, oh, I love bentos. I love bentos in real life. It's magical how they're made. But bentos are pretty much exactly what I say. They're lunch boxes for your party. You can either do just for yourself or a bento for 4 people. This means if you do the bento for 4 people, then this will be applied to all the people in the quest you are hosting. So let's say I do sticky pasta. This will be eaten now and will be benefit all the people in the quest. There's also a prompt if you do this for the first time. If you want to register this recipe to your favorite recipe list of bentos. What this does is gives you quick access and pretty much kind of semi-automates the process of eating food buffs. And let's say you do any quest, you get an option here which says bento. If you access this, you can choose pretty much on the fly recipes as you need for certain quests. This obviously gives you the benefit that you can quick select certain buffs you use a lot for different types of quests, and you can pretty much just quick select it here and then just don't even need to go to your house to eating or to the lady. You can just go to the next quest after quest after quest after quest. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and obviously benefits all of the group. If you do not want the bento buff from the quest host, then you can eat at your house. The one from your house will be overwritten on the bento, like prioritized pretty much. If you eat at your house, that buff will be prioritized over the bento buff, so if you eat there, you don't get the bento buff from your friends and can just use your own buff. That is very important to keep in mind if you're not happy with the bento your friend gives out. Then you also have the quest board. The quest board is pretty straightforward, I guess. You can accept quests from other people posted here, up to 100, which yeah, we don't see these days anymore. Then next to it is the bounty board, which is kind of the same thing than the quest board, but this is server-wide. This means it goes over all worlds, all servers, this one's here. So this is pretty beneficial if you searching for quests and people are in other servers and you want to join them, not going exactly to that server or something for whatever reason. But yeah, you can use the bounty board for that. Then you have the price info board next to it, which gives you pretty much information about which monster gives like some extra benefits, like extra money or extra caravan points, etc, etc. The most important one here is probably the guild priority requests, which reset also in a certain amount of time. I'm not sure if it's daily, but I know it does reset, and depending on the monster and you're like farming souls, you can see here which monsters have priority. So if you're hunting top souls, you want to do obviously a Goo Teostra, which is not the rank 5 Teostra pretty much. But yeah, they pretty much tell you, well, do this monster and you have a higher chance, or for more souls than generally. Then you have also the Caravan Gem board info, which is pretty much just related to the Caravan Gems we come later to. This is just the colors corresponding to what monster type, so if you're not sure which color corresponds to what monster, you can check it out here. Then we have the Blacksmith or the workshop, which also needs its own video, but over here you have a few NPCs. You have your personalized character, like NPC, partner, and your cat. You have your equipment box you have from your house. You have the tower equipment cat, the cat equipment cat. That was a tongue twister. Then you have the smithy, which is the non-blacksmith guy, and then you have this lady. This lady is very specific because she's known for soft locking your ass, and she still does. You can still use her shop things, because for some reason she combines the equipment, the general equipment store, the general store itself, and the combo shop. I guess just for convenience. Yeah, as you know from other Monster Hunters, you can buy some equipment directly here without using crafting materials. You also unlock more armors over time here too. And yeah, her main purpose is though the warehouse system. The warehouse system is not fully functional right now and will soft lock you if you mess around with this right now, I'm pretty sure. And the warehouse system is pretty much an extra storage unit you can rename and store stuff to. There's also some equipment and other event things which get like sent to this warehouse system, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it also had like a limited time use, like you could also access this only a few times per day. I'm not sure how the system worked exactly. I guess it was something you paid for. I could be maybe wrong in that area, but it was really, yeah, weird. It's just maybe an old system which never got reworked or something, I don't know. But I know that Stratic and Wish did work on this and then made it unlimited actually for now. Like, if it's fully functional in the game, it will be probably just 9,000 times per day or something you can use this, so there will be no limitations, which is fine with me. Then we have over here the Hunting Road Lady. Hunting Road is a mechanic for G-Rank and its own little side gig thing, end game thing, so we're gonna cover this obviously too in its own thing. Then we have the Festival and Competition Lady and the Winner's Quest, which are related to obviously the Hunter Festival and stuff like tournaments, like versus tournaments and speedrun tournaments and other stuff, like, yeah, pretty much what it says. So this is not important for us right now because Hunter Festival is not currently working and comes with a later patch. Winner's Quest is also pretty sure related to that, I think, and gives you whatever rewards you get from winning competitions, I guess. Then we have those NPCs in the middle here, the last ones to cover. First of all, the Serious Quest Lady. Serious quests are very special and specific. I'm not sure how to describe this quest. They're like very special in their own way. They're fully working, I'm pretty sure. You get like some benefits or something, like some special items or something doing these. I didn't test them yet, I didn't done them yet. I just know you can. So it's not translated, keep that in mind. You can check them out on Farias. I think that's a good way to mention Farias actually. I did announce this in the MHFZ info channel on the Pew Pew Discord, like the community Discord, and pretty much the Farias site is like a wiki-ish site, which is a Japan one, has a lot of information, a lot of like accurate information. Not always, but the most accurate you find. And it got lately some really big updates for English translations. Like there's a version made by people from our team, and they translate this at the moment. So if you want to take a look, you maybe find some good stuff there, like weapon and armor translations, trees translated, and other kind of stuff like the serious quests, caravan quests, Diva defense, Diva story quests. They're translated there, and it's very helpful to get through the stuff that is not currently in-game translated as of yet, but will come at some point. Take a look at that and check it out, I guess. Then you have the general quest lady, which is exactly what she says. She is responsible for the pre-G rank, the hunter rank 1 to 6 quests you can accept here, and other stuff like gear acquisition, HR ranking rewards, and other things. So keep a lookout for her. She also has favorites, quest history, and quest search, which are 3 powerful, very nice, handy tools. And I guess I can cover them. Actually, let's cover them right now. I could cover them in the progression thing when we talk about her more, but let's cover them now. You have your favorites here, where you can put favorite quests pretty much in, which is very handy if you have specific quests you want to farm for multiple times, or like you have your favorite quests for favorite monsters. You can just press X or square over any quest, I think, and then you have up to 5 lists with 20 slots where you can put this quest in. These can be renamed and rearranged, etc, etc. There's like a lot of things, like if you go here, you have options like moving, sorting, editing, and deleting the favorite lists. It is a very powerful tool, very handy for different things. This is also fixed. There was a bug where the favorite list did not save correctly. This was fixed with 9.02, so you can use these favorites now completely fine. Then you have the quest history, which pretty much shows the last 5 quests you did. You can just quickly access them again, like if you're in some hunter rank quest where it's like 60 or more quests and you don't want to go all the way to the middle part, you just find this one quest you just did again, do quest history, and bam, it just pops up right there. Quick and juicy, baby. And the last thing is the quest search, which is one of the most powerful things, and I never see people using it. Maybe most people don't even care or don't need it at all, but you can search for quests. Keep in mind that this works per counter. So if I search Yangaruga quests, like let's say, yeah, as you can see, a lot of like different filters you can put in here. But let's say I'm looking for Yangaruga quests. If I do quest search, bam, it shows you all the quests where you get the Yangaruga as monster included. So this is very damn handy to pretty much use. This works per counter, so if I look here, obviously it shows me only the pre-G rank one. If I go to the G rank lady and do this again, she shows me all the G rank quests on that counter. You make use of this, is very handy. You can also search for like strings, but keep in mind that string search and main reward search, as any other search function in this game, is case sensitive. So if you type in something like raw, oh wait, wrong window, there we go, raw meat, right? Nothing here. But if you change this to raw meat, bam, it shows you quests where you get raw meat as main rewards. This is depending on this window here, which is just visual actually. It doesn't represent the exact rewards you get. Like raw meat here can still mean this is maybe just chance based. It's not guaranteed. This doesn't mean you get guaranteed frog, raw meat, and bone all the time. This is just a hint of like 3 common main rewards you usually get here, or like 3 rewards you can get from this quest. There's sometimes also javelin stuff, which is not guaranteed of course, but you get the gist of this, I guess. So keep in mind, case sensitive. You can also bright this a bit, so if you're looking for, I don't know, I'm looking for Rathalos. So if you search for Rathalos, it also obviously shows me Azure Rathalos because it is just included in it. The word is just included. I didn't do this full Azure Rathalos word, but obviously it shows me the quest with every Rathalos related monster. So this is like something to keep in mind when you do those searches. Very powerful tool, very recommend to use, and mess around with it. Very handy. Good, then we're gonna have the G rank quest lady right next to her. And yeah, she has basically all G rank related stuff. Again, if you use the quest search here for like Yangaruga, bump, it shows you only G rank related Yangaruga quests. So quest counter based, very important to know. And also the same for quest history and favorites. And I think favorites I never tested, but I guess it works the same. It's quest counter based, so keep that in mind. Also, one hint, if you don't see her or you have missing NPCs, this means you're most likely in the newbie server. Depending on the config settings on your Reboot config, you are forced to go until Hunter rank 2 to the novice newbie server. When you reach Hunter rank 2 you can switch, but in the newbie server there's a lot of NPCs missing for whatever reason. I guess it's just to not overwhelm the people when they are fresh in the game. And yeah, if you don't see certain NPCs and you're wondering where the heck are they, well, go to the normal server. This is customizable per server actually, but usually the second tab is the normal server, and onwards is like other stuff which we cover later too. But pretty much here, normal one is the second slot, pretty much. However, it's maybe named in your server. You can name this whatever you want, pretty much. It's customizable. Then we have over here a few more NPCs. The Guild Master Lady, very important. The Guild Master Lady is the hottest waifu under the sun. Like, god damn, look at her. But pretty much she has a few options which unlock over time. You also need to talk with her from time to time for stuff like Hunter rank 5, where you unlock the styles for your weapon, like 2 more styles, right? She also has a few menus which unlock over time, and we're gonna go over most of them later. Like the SR menu and the Transcend menu are pretty much just informational about these mechanics. The Courier menu is pretty much for hunting medal rewards. Like if you hunt a certain amount of monsters, like here, you can claim hunting medals corresponding to that. She also has the Guku menu. Gukus are pretty much duck pets, like you know Poogie, right? This game has another pet system, which is the Gukus. And yes, Poogie actually has a purpose in this game, which we will cover in its video, because we need to. But as well as Poogie, the Gukus have, beside being adorable as heck, a purpose. And you can accept Guku quests here, and they will definitely cover this, because Gukus are the most adorable thing. I fucking love the ducks. And they're finally completely fixed, so this means there's no more corruption happening, hopefully, for the server. This means you can just grab your Gugus, and you need to do a little quest line. They need some effort, but they have also some benefits beside being adorable. So we're definitely gonna take a look at that later. Then we have the road quests, which is pretty much just caravan quests. And again, farriers have these translated, because we don't have them at the moment translated. And caravan quests are for caravan points, and they pretty much have a series of mini quests. That's how they work. Like you have, as you can see here, there's 3 tasks you need to do inside of this one quests. This can range from gather X amount of items. Then you get, if you finish that, it automatically ports you to the next part, which is maybe in the jungle, where you need to kill Velocidrome. After killing a Velocidrome, there's one more thing in another area, like a swamp area or something. You get teleported there. And after doing that, finished. That is how it works. It's pretty much mini quest, like mini challenge, serious quests. And yeah, you probably need to look those up in Farias if you want to know more about them. Then you have the Diva Defense and Others lady. She's mostly for Diva Defense responsible, but she also has some other things. So Diva Defense, as I stated, I think somewhere before, is not completely functional at the moment and needs work on. It's not functional at all, actually. You can do still the quests when you have the latest quest lists enabled, which shall be included in the Community Edition. But the event itself is not functional. You can still access stuff like selecting Prayer Gem, it just doesn't do anything at all. This will come when it's ready and the future updates, of course, because this is, I think, the biggest event in the game, if I'm not wrong. So this needs a lot more work, of course. But she also gives you access to Hunter Dojo quests, which are pretty much arena quests, as you know them from like training school, from Monster United. Like, it's just arena quests pretty much. And she also has versus quests and other things, like PvP stuff, which we don't care about right now. And I think, no, I'm not sure about that, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but yeah. She has arena quests if you're looking for those at least. And then the last one here is the Felyne Attendant, which is related to Diva Defense 2. There's a bunch of stuff you can do here, just don't touch this. This will 100,000,000% soft lock your ass into existence. Just don't do it. Don't touch guild initial ranking. Thank you. Yeah, but pretty much if you have, as I mentioned, the latest quest list installed, you should have access to the Diva Defense. You need to set the Diva Defense event to week 3, otherwise they will be grayed out. But if you do it, like I have right now, you can see on the bottom right, there's a blue icon. This means Diva Defense is active. And there's 3 different weeks to this event, which, why it's so big. But pretty much the 3rd week is the one where you can do quests. If you set that to the 3rd week, you can accept these quests here. There's G-rank versions and normal ones. These quests are pretty much marathon quests, as you know them from previous games. Up to 5 monsters per quests. They're after each other, they're not like simultaneously, which will be actually way cooler. Like, there's a bull run quest here, which will be way cooler if you need to do like 2 at a time. I hope there's a way I can manipulate this maybe and then just turn them into simultaneously quests, because they will be way more fun and way more challenging. But pretty much it's that. They don't give you any special benefits besides just regular items, I guess. But if the event is completely working, they should also be able to used as farming GCP points. And here we come to the broken mechanic of GCP, because Diva Defense quests are very easy access to GCP points when they are fully working. You can farm GCP points with it and then just rain yourself into materials pretty much. As of right now, you can still do the quests, but you can't get benefits from it yet. And this is pretty much all we need to know about the NPCs in general and the facilities accessible from this area. I'm not sure if I talked about these already, but I'm just gonna do it in case I forgot already. So this things over here is like a hangout area. There's like assets like these which change over time. This depends on the event and the pretty much collab events or seasons, etc. Like real life seasons like Halloween or something else. Then the assets here will automatically change. This is fixed in the game at the moment. Maybe we find a way to manipulate this ourselves at some point, but depending on what week you are in, these assets will change too. They're mostly just for funsies, so you just pretty much just can do screenshots and hang out with your friends, having some city fun, right? Some of them look pretty cool, so there's that, I guess. But pretty much that's all to it. The assets change just means there's something active. It's either Halloween season, it's either spring season, or just a collab event happening. Like lately there was an Evangelion collab week, so all these things changed to Evangelion related stuff. And that is all we need to cover right now for this video, at least. As I said, we will be going into more in-depth to most of these things in its own video, because it just needs to be. This game has, again, over 12 years of content, which is a lot of things to cover. And even though a lot of more things work now, since I did like the other beginner's guide video, there's a lot more things still to come and need to be covered. So, for the time's sake, I wish you a wonderful evening, day, or afternoon, wherever or whenever you are. I love you all. I hope I'm gonna see you in stream, Discord, or next video. And I say bye-bye, good night, and see you then.